Alright, YouTube, what's up, man? This is just a quick video. I can go on and address this topic since it's updated anyways. And this goes across every game on PS4 right now. Pretty much every game out. It's not just distinctive to Modern Warfare. I'm doing Modern Warfare because I hopped on a few minutes ago and this is the update that was out. I think the update released around between 3 a.m. and like 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning. So it's a brand new update. You'll notice when you download. Let's do something real quick. When you download the game, when you download your games, you'll notice if you have internet speed like mine. I technically have gigabit internet speeds, so this is extremely low for me, but it's still more than maybe what most of you have. I download games and updates instantly, but you guys will notice when you go, like, once the update is finished downloading, it begins to copy, and you'll notice there's been a major decline in copying speed of PlayStation. Xbox, I don't think has this issue because this is something that Sony's done, which saves themselves bandwidth. So think of it like this, real quick, just to kind of get an idea of Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare right now, as it sits, is 119 gigabytes. That's a large game for a console, hell, for anything. What happens is, let's say that throughout the entire 119 gigabytes, you only have, well, this update was like let's say this update was like 2 gigabytes and some change. Let's say you have 2.5 gigabytes worth of actual file and data change via the 119 gigabytes, right? And these 2.5 gigabytes could be sporadic. They could be, say you have a line, right? So you have a line that's about, let's say you have a line that's a 12-inch line, right? Something simple, a 1 foot line. There could be changes. So, all right, so the regular foot line is just like the default line is just a foot. You could have, in like, so the new line, which would be the updated line, has changes at a 1/4 inch, 3 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches. You know what I'm saying? There's changes throughout this line. So instead of updating the changes for the new line and calling it a day, so basically instead of just applying these updates where they need to go all at one time, it doesn't work like that. Not anymore. So now you'll download those changes all at once, and then you'll copy the entire original line. So what's happening is the PS4 is copying the entire original Modern Warfare file, the game itself, and as it's copying, it's applying those updates as it's copying. So, like I said, so you'll copy the entire foot line, and at a 1/4 inch, it'll take the download update, apply it as it copies. The 4 inch, apply it as it copies, and so on and so forth. So throughout the entire copying of this 119 gigabyte file, it's going through and applying the update, or applying that update, rather than just downloading, applying all at once. Because what this does is, this helps people with, one, slower internet connection, and it's also helps Sony. So you only really benefit from this if you have a slow internet connection, which in my opinion, this kind of makes it worse if you have a slow internet connection. Reason being, number one, you gotta wait for the game to download. That sucks within itself. Then number two, have to copy this 120 gigabyte file on top of however long it takes you to download 2.5 gigs or whatever the patch is. That's why when that 50 gigabyte patch dropped before the game dropped, everyone was complaining. And matter of fact, even if you bought the disc, you still have to download what, a 50 gigabyte patch? That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy if your internet speed is like mine or faster. If you're playing on gigabit or enterprise connection or even fiber optic, you know, like you could have a lower speed fiber optic and your connection will be as good as, you know, just as good as somebody with normal gigabit like I have. I don't have fiber. So yeah, the reason that the copying portion takes so long is because it's essentially copying the entire game and then applying the updated file. So that goes for all your games: NBA 2K20, Modern Warfare, any game that's gonna come out in the foreseeable future. Foreseeable future. Any game that you already have that they release updates to in the foreseeable future. And all this does is really just save Sony bandwidth because, okay, granted, everybody's downloading this 2 gigabyte patch at a time, but once you download it, your connection to that particular Sony server, you eating up that particular bandwidth, is done. That's why you'll notice PS4 in general has had lower lag. Mind you, this video's been going on for like 6 minutes and some change, and we've gained what? I want to say about 10%. So yeah, there's that. Just kind of explaining, because I've seen people ask a lot, why is copying taking so long on PS4 now? It wasn't like this before. What's going on? And then, to make matters worse, the PS4, granted, it does have a 72. Well, the PS4, yeah, I think all the PS4s have 7,200 RPM hard drives. So, number one, the PS4 uses a hard drive unless you upgrade to a SSD. And if you upgrade to a SSD, this will still take. I mean, it won't be quick. Like, this won't be quick. No matter if I don't care if you have an SSD or you have the hard drive. The SSD will. I mean, it'll make it faster. Yes, it'll make it faster, but this will by no means be a quick process. As long as Sony keeps this new process they have, which, like I said, it saves them bandwidth, which is better for their server, which is better for your actual. say that your friend is downloading or installing an update that you already did. When you're on the game, you really won't. I'm not gonna say you won't lag, but this helps with lagging and overall eating up bandwidth on Sony servers. Anyways, hope I cleared this up for some of you all. Once this is finished, I have another video dropping talking about Modern Warfare. I have my favorite class. I'm not gonna say best class setup. I have my favorite. You know what? I'm gonna clickbait and say best class setup, but truthfully, it's just my favorite class or one of my favorite classes. So, anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Be easy.